Okay, so video on how to get started with Facebook ads. So building your brand and lead generation. Now you can see on my page here, this is my business page, and to get more likes and interaction, it's really great to do sponsored Facebook posts. So as you can see on this wall, when you do a post, you can go to boost post, and this is really good because you can still specifically choose who you want to be targeting within that post, and also you can target the people that have already liked your actual Facebook page. But I'm going to take you into business.facebook.com. I'm just going to log out of this account and take you into my other page. Because my business manager account is linked to this one. So what you have to do is you go to business.facebook.com, and then if you're new to this, then it will come up with set up your profile. But my other Facebook profile is already linked to this because I've done sponsored ads in the past. So what you have to do is set up your profile, link it, then you have to go on to your name. And when I spoke to Facebook, pretty much they said that you can't just go straight in for conversion Facebook ads, because what you're doing is you're pretty much asking for the sale, you're asking for an exchange of information straight away, but before you've pretty much like built up your brand and built that up. And what happens with Facebook algorithms is they actually hold that back because you're going straight in for the traffic instead of building your brand awareness. And what I'll do is I'll show you this. So what you have to do is you create an advert, and then you can see here it says awareness, consideration, and conversion. What you need to do to start off with is do a brand awareness ad, and then after that you can do traffic or engagements. I wouldn't do any of these ones. I would just do traffic, engagement, or conversions. They're the main ones to do in Facebook ads. But to start off with, you need to do brand awareness. So you click on it, you go to continue, and I'll just show you an example. When you first do this, the whole point of this is so that you can work out who it is that's engaging with your content. So it could be like age range of like 25 to 30-year-olds, it could be more women, it could be more people in the UK. So this brand awareness is not only to get more likes on your page and building your brand, but it's also for you to collect data and see who your target audience are. So when you first do this, it's really important to keep the age and the genders varied. And what I mean by this is, I'll show you in a moment, but as you go on to more traffic, once you've done this initial working out of who's actually engaging with your stuff, if you then go on to your traffic, then you make it more specific in regards to the data that you've just collected. So for example, when you go to traffic, it will be like your age range will be more like, say, 20 to 25-year-olds, female, in the UK, and a specific audience. Whereas at the moment we want to keep it quite broad because we don't know who these people are, and that's the whole point of the brand awareness. So up here you'd set like an advert name just so that you can remember it. So let's just do like tester. And then what you'll do is you can choose your audience, and there's so many different options that you can do. But also what I've set up before is you can do a lookalike audience. So for example, the people that have liked my Facebook page, so nearly 1,000 people, you can set a lookalike audience, so people that have the same interests of 1 to, I think it's like 3%, something like that, of the people that also like your page. So you can click on this and it's going to put it, as you can see over here, 404,000 people in my lookalike audience. So if you clicked on that, then you're pretty much going out to 400,000 people. Sorry, 4,000. Let me just go back. 404,000, sorry, and 300. So if you can click on that, and there's also different things that you can do, custom audience, but have a play around with this and go into it and have a look. Everyone in this location, again, this depends on your brand, where your target market is. Originally, I was setting up an online course. It was, worldwide as long as they could speak English. So the main target areas are the UK and the US. So I would suggest, again, depending on your brand and what it is, I would suggest putting US and UK in here. But it depends whether, for example, you've got a clothing brand and you're only targeting the UK. But what you can do is you just go to add location, United States, and you just add this in here. Again, age is really broad. I'd probably put this down a little bit. You could do like, I don't know, 55. All languages, English, all. Detailed targeting. So what you can do in this detailed targeting, and what also you're not to do, is type loads of different things in here, because it's a bit confusing again for the Facebook tracking. So these, for the detailed targeting, it could be like, for example, you can see on the right hand side 713,000 people that have engaged or liked something to do with entrepreneurship. Or it could be a specific clothing brand, or if it's in personal development, you could do like Tony Robbins or something like that. And that's how cool Facebook ads are, is that, I mean, look at all of these people to the right hand side, that amount of people that like or engaged, and they could be your target market. So it depends whether it's personal development, a clothing brand, a famous person, whatever it is, you're detailed. So if it's just like business, I could do like online marketing here. Marketing. It's just 10,000 people, so maybe it's not so good. But also another thing to remember here is it doesn't need to be like hundreds of thousands of people in this area, because a lot of people also target those markets. So sometimes it's lower to have, it's better to have a lower amount of engagement or people. So let's just do this for the moment, like online marketing. So what you'll do is you'll choose one thing to go in here. And as you develop, you can actually do split test ads. So you could do the same ad for the same people, like say 20-year-olds, women from the UK, and then what you could just change is the detailed targeting. So you could do online marketing for one, entrepreneurship to the next, and again that's called split testing, so that you can actually see what area your target market is and what's getting the most engagement. So down here, add connection type. No, just leave this. Placements. Okay, so what you want to do on this is with the placements. So again, when you're just testing, I would say get rid of Instagram, keep it on Facebook, and as you can see, it's like feeds. This is how Facebook marketing can get in depth, and at times costly, and that's why it's good with Black Ops. My main business is that we teach no paid advertising techniques with our online product. But with Facebook advertising, it can get really, really in depth, because you have to split test to see what works. And even, you see here it says all devices. Even you can split test mobile and desktop, and it can have a dramatic effect on the engagement. Some people, you might have ads that you have like 90% engagement on mobile, but the same ad on desktop doesn't convert very well. So it really does depend. But when you're just split testing at the moment, I'd say do all devices, Facebook feeds, and the right column. So sometimes when you get ads down the right hand column, you can also do Instagram ones. So we'll just do Facebook at the moment. So again, keep that on all devices while we're just doing this. You can choose a daily budget. I'd say minimum £5, because it needs to be able to, the more you spend, the more thousands of people it will reach. But it depends on your daily budget. And I'd also say while you're split testing, keep it low for about 7 days and just test it out and see what happens. You could always every day just test and see what engagement you're getting day after day. And if it's just getting absolutely nothing after say 3, 4, 5 days, I'd say stop the ad, make some tweaks, and then do another one. So you can set a start and end date. So again, I'd do that, say starting today, and then do it like ending 7 days from now. I quite like to do that because once I accidentally got this wrong and spent a ridiculous amount of money on paid ads because it went like way over the 7 days. So keep all of this. It's brand awareness. Here we go. Yep, and then you just go to continue. So now that's all in place, you can choose an image that you want to select. So select image, browse your library. You can create some text. So let me just go into this so it's just, I can actually talk you through it. Images, upload images, here we go. Okay, this is just something I'm doing for my website at the moment. This is just an example. So upload the image and then should come up here. Oh no, the reason that hasn't come up, sorry, is because basically what you'll need to do is just type into, if you type into Google Facebook single image sizes, then it will tell you the dimensions of the image of the ad that you need to do. So yeah, that's why that hasn't come up. But anyway, upload, oh here we go, recommended image sizes you can see over here. So go into Photoshop or some kind of editing and make your image size this big. And then you'd upload your image, you put in your text, you add a website URL, and then you place your order. So make sure all of this is as you want it to be. You can have a look here, see what it looks like on the desktop, mobile, once you've uploaded your image. And then that's it pretty much, is run your ad. You'll press place order, and then what happens is Facebook has to review it to make sure that it's actually okay for Facebook. They can be a bit annoying and hold things back. So for example, you can't do anything to do with like weight loss, you can't promise anything to do with money. Also, one thing to do, remember, is with your images that you create, I think it's just 20% of the image can be text. So if your ad gets rejected, then it might be because you've got too much text on your image. So it could just be small tweaks that you need to make, and then you can re-review it. And also it could just be sometimes the text that you put in. But then what you do is you just place your order, and then they'll review it, and then it will get accepted. So then what you want to do is run that ad for, say, 5 to 7 days, and then what you can do is, I'll just take you back in, I'll just go out of this, leave page. Now, I haven't got any active ads running right now, but I'll just briefly show you what you do. Is what will happen is your ad campaigns is they'll show here, and it will say active once they've been active. It will come across as how much money you're spending as well. And then what you can do, if you click on it, you can see reach, cost per click, budget. And the really cool thing, this is how you test it, is you go here and you go to delivery, engagement, along here, breakdown, you can go to the age and gender, so clicking on there, and it will come up with the ages and the genders of the people that are engaging, and it will actually tell you how many numbers of people, for example, are 25 to 30-year-olds that are engaging, or 35 to 45-year-olds that are engaging. And then once you've done these brand awarenesses and you've done these split testing to see who your target audience is, then you can do a traffic website specifically on the custom audience that has engaged already with your brand awareness post. And with your brand awareness, then you can get more likes onto your Facebook page. And the more likes onto your Facebook page, when I showed you, when you click on to creating an ad and then you can choose your audience, you can actually click on the audience of your Facebook page and say the 2% or whatever it is, you can actually select of the detailed targeting that have the same interests as the people that have liked your page. Then from that you can run ads where you do promotions, where you could do something like our page and share this so that you can get a free clothing garment, or you can get 20% off, or whatever your promotion is. So that's when you can really leverage social media from doing it that way. But first of all, you need to do brand awareness within the business.facebook.com brand awareness Facebook page. Then once you've done that and you've Facebook algorithms have seen that you're trying to build your brand, then you can start doing traffic and conversion posts with a call to action. It could be a learn more, click here to learn more. It could be into an opt-in page where you then give away something for free. It could be an ebook, could be a free clothing garment, it could be anything depending on your business and your brand. So I hope that has helped with the introduction to Facebook ads. They can be costly, so I wouldn't say just chuck a load of money in. You need to know what you're doing with this kind of stuff. It can be good in the long run. Facebook ads is amazing, so that you saw the target audience when I went to the detailed targeting, Tony Robbins, or anything like that. It's thousands, there's millions of people that are using Facebook, so it really does have its perks using Facebook advertising, but you just need to get it right, and also you need to be patient with it, because you need to do the split testing, you need to run the different ads, and it might be costly to start off with, but once you actually get an ad that is really converting, then that's when you can then up the money. It puts it out to more of the audience. So it's just a case of checking out, make sure what you're doing, checking in with your ads, seeing what's converting, stopping the ones that aren't, upping the budget on the ones that are, and really just split testing and see what's going on. So yeah, I hope this has helped, and good luck with your Facebook ads.